If you know that this year is often stressful and obviously this year is going to feel way more expensive than it has in the past, then this is the video you need to watch. I am going to discuss 3 simple frugal holiday tips that are going to help you have less stress and keep more money in your pocket this holiday season. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer, and on this channel I talk about how we have saved money. I've gone from being in debt in my 20s to where we are very, very financially secure now in our 30s. We are getting very close to paying off our mortgage early. So I discuss how I got from there to where I am today and the tips and tricks I've learned along the way, the bumpy road, and how to navigate through hard financial times. So if any of that interests you, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Let's talk about the 3 categories of things you need to spend money on during the holiday season and how you can easily, simply turn those around and make them not stressful and cost less. Because at the end of this, we want to not be in debt by the time January 1st rolls around and hopefully have money left in our pocket. Right off the bat, holiday meals. This is where a lot of stress comes into play, a lot of planning, a lot of money, because we know food has risen so much in cost. You probably already know who's going to whose house, who's preparing what, who's coming over, possibly the head count for how many people are coming to your holiday meal. Now is when you need to go ahead and prepare weeks ahead of time. And there's a very good reason why. First of all, you don't want to get down to the wire and be super stressed out and, trying to figure out what you want to make or over planning. If you go ahead and plan now, likely you're going to simplify it by the time you get to that time frame. But the point of planning now is so that you can watch and monitor sales for when things are on sale. Okay, so when you know you need a can of cranberry sauce, when you see a great deal on a turkey that you want to cook for your Christmas meal and it happens after Thanksgiving. So go ahead and make your list of what you want to prepare. This way you do it in a less stress mode. Holiday season gets very frantic. Last minute gifts, last minute events, school things, holiday, Christmas parties, etc. So plan it out now. Take your list of what you're making and see what items you actually need. Go through your pantry, and if you see you already have those items, earmark them. Holiday dinner, and set that aside somewhere where you're not going to use it. Or go ahead and have a list, so you'll have maybe your weekly shopping list, and on it maybe you have a subsection of things that you need for your holiday dinner. And if you see, oh wait, that's on sale, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Go back home to your master list of things that you need and scratch that off. You're going to be prepared. Again, make sure you go ahead and set these things aside. That way you have them all in one area. It's a whole lot less stressful. So once you get to that time frame, you're not going to be the person at the grocery store the night before, the day before, because we know these places get crazy because people wait to the last minute and realize they need something. Now, you may still end up going, oh, I thought I had butter. Completely ran out of butter last minute. That's okay, but you're not going to be spending so much extra time getting things at their highest price just before that holiday meal. During the planning time of this, also think about maybe doing something different. It doesn't always have to be turkey, ham, and 20 sides where you spend 36 hours in the kitchen and you have to get up at 5 a.m. to put the turkey in so it's ready by lunchtime. It does not have to always be that way. With my mom's side, so my side of the family, we always try to do something different and fun. We've done homemade pizzas, we've done Philly cheese steak and Philly chicken steak, and we are this year doing sandwiches, things that you wouldn't normally think about as a holiday meal, but it's really, really easy because you're not spending hours in the kitchen and everybody can bring something. So for the sandwiches, somebody can bring all the different, like a couple different types of sub rolls, and then somebody else can bring deli meat, somebody else brings chips, somebody else brings pickles and slaw, and somebody else brings all the condiments and things that go on top. So it's really not as hard out of your budget, and you're also not necessarily buying the highest priced things at the grocery store at the time of the holiday season. And we all love a good holiday event. Now that we're getting back out and more people are holding them, your calendar might already be filling up. But here's my tip to you. If you really don't want to go, just say no. These things could cost you money as well. It might be a situation where you've got to hire a babysitter and it's an hour away and you already know you have an event that next day, so you're going to be super tired. It's okay to say no. I'm giving you permission now. Think about that person who's holding the event. They would rather people be there who want to be there and excited to be there than people who are just like, is this over? I'm having to spend so much money. This is an ugly Christmas sweater and I had to go buy an ugly Christmas sweater and spend money and bring a bottle of wine and etc. And they're just miserable. They would rather you not be there. It's okay to say, you know what? Thank you so much for inviting me. I actually already have plans that night. Now, they don't need to know that your plan that night is to sit, eat a bag of popcorn, a soda, and binge watch the new season of The Crown. Not their business. You have plans. Okay. Okay, let's just talk about it. It's the most expensive time of year because of gift giving. Let me give you my best tips for not only spending less, but giving really good gifts that people will want. Okay, first you're going to determine who the gift is for. All right, maybe you haven't planned all year, you forgot that the holiday season was coming and you're last minute crashing. This is going to help you, I assure you. So determine who the holiday gift is for. Write down your list of who you're giving gifts for. Now, how do you know this person? Do you know this person very well? Meaning you give them gifts every year. So it's your parents, your sister, your best friend. You know them very well, and this wouldn't be an uncomfortable conversation to ask this. You are going to ask those that you do know well, hey, how are ya? What kind of things would you like for Christmas? What are you interested in this year? Is there anything you really need or want that might be on your list? And ask them to provide you some ideas. Now, they could provide you a list of ideas of things that they like, that they actually have been thinking about but wouldn't necessarily buy for themselves, or perhaps actually send you a link to something really specific that they want. Now, some people might feel uncomfortable with this. Again, this is why you go out and you have to determine how well you know the person, right? One thing I like to, I'm very blunt with the people I give gifts to, because again, I give gifts to the people that, I don't give gifts to everybody, basically. It's the same people every single year, and I got tired of giving things that I thought they might like and then just seeing kind of a look of, oh, thanks, on their face, right? For instance, my mom, not that she would ever do that. She was always grateful for absolutely everything, but I really wanted to make sure I got her things that she wanted rather than just things, right? So I started, I think a year or two ago, saying, what is it that you want? And I prefaced that at the end by saying, don't say nothing. So that's one thing, if you're that level of comfort with that person, that you can ask. And I have found this has been a great way to narrow down exactly what somebody wants and get them what they want. So we don't waste our money giving them something they don't want and now they've got to do something with it. Okay, the alternative is you don't really necessarily have that kind of a relationship with the person. Maybe you have, it's very much an acquaintance. Maybe it's a teacher. Maybe it's, somebody who's you're friends with, but you just met them and you're not on that level, or whatever it may be. You don't feel comfortable asking that. So what is the safe bet here? And you really don't know their interest enough to get them something. Then get them something that is a consumable, and it doesn't have to be a gift card or a can of popcorn, okay? Think about it really about their personality. If you're getting them something, you know something about them. Let's just assume that. They're not some random person on the street. So think about something such as somebody who's a moviegoer, getting them a gift certificate to the movie theater near their house. Maybe the stressed out mom, you get her a couple of great bath bombs or some bath products, something where she can relax and be de-stress. Maybe it's a sweets lover and you go to Nothing Bundt Cakes. If you have a Nothing Bundt Cakes near you, put it down in the description box. Those are delicious. I'm sorry, just are. And you get the sweet lover a gift certificate to Nothing But Cakes. Something different. It's not an Amazon gift card. It's not a Target gift card. It's not a Visa gift card. It's something very specific to something of interest of them. Either way, you're putting some thought into it. You're doing a little bit of research. Before, frugal people oftentimes, before they spend money, they do a little bit of thinking. They do research to determine what's a good buy. Then that's just putting your frugalness into a gift giving. Not meaning spending a little bit of money, but putting the forethought into spending your money wisely. Bonus tips for gift giving. So maybe you have a particularly stubborn person that can't give you any ideas, and they don't like consumables. It's not a thing to give them. Look at something maybe that they wouldn't normally replace for themselves. Something that, you see them often. It's starting to get a little tired, the thing that they have. Maybe that's bath towels. Maybe that's hand towels. Maybe that's just something, storage containers that they've had for so long that they really need updated and refreshed, and they just don't think about doing that for themselves. Maybe that's something that would be a good idea. Perhaps they could use a new or fresh version of something, such as maybe a new throw blanket or a set of cozy sheets. Really think about what you might be able to replace of something that they would use that maybe they wouldn't do for themselves. So a couple of my other disclaimers regarding gifts. Okay, buy one thing that they would really like. So one thing off the list that they give you, or one replaceable thing, or one consumable thing. And I say this because they would much rather, if you think about what you would rather, I would rather receive one thing from someone than a whole bunch of things that you can go and probably pick up at Target in the gift section aisle that Target just thinks are easy gift givers that everybody loves. I assure you, doing some thought behind it is going to save you money, because you're going to spend wisely, and you're not going to buy a whole bunch of stuff that's actually completely marked up because it's in the holiday gift aisle. The three categories here are really, you can see how there are specifics in each that can help you to spend this holiday season spending less money, being less stressed, and enjoying it more. And maybe in the past you've spent a lot of money, it hasn't been a big deal, made these big meals with all these leftovers, gotten all these gifts, but this year's really feeling pinched, and I completely understand. It absolutely is. So maybe this year is when you start being more thoughtful, mindful, and embracing more of simple living within your holiday season. And I bet you will enjoy it more as well. If you have any tips that would help anybody else out this holiday season that you've really found to be beneficial to you, I ask that you please put those down in the description box. Also, just say hey to me down there. I love chatting with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope to see you on the next video.